even myself, no matter where I go in the world, and I haven't been that many places, but I make it known that I am from Eatonville, Florida, the first incorporated black town in America. I'm at, when I moved to Atlanta, all of those, whoever I come across, that's what I'm saying. I'm in Puerto Rico, and the women didn't even speak English. They're just telling me, $50, and I say, hey, I'm from Eatonville, Florida, 1887, the first incorporated black town in America.
It's only $20 in Eatonville.
Give me a break, man. Give me a discount, man.
Give me the Eatonville discount.
You know what I mean? You are back on the bench with Bubba and Pink. What's going on, Pink?
It's good to be back. I'm ready to go.
It's always good to be back, my man. That was Jason featuring Fresco with Right Now, man. That's one of my jams, man.
I really like that.
Yeah, man. That is available on YouTube. You could definitely search that in. Once again, that is Jason featuring Fresco with Right Now. I wanted to open it up, man, with this. It is definitely Black History Month.
It is Black History Month. Make no mistake about it.
With so many things going on, it's kind of like, not talked about as much this year around, it feels like.
Really?
Yeah, man, I don't really see it. You see it, here and there on certain big networks, TV networks or whatever. They will, bring it up in some form or fashion. But, I just haven't, had a chance to really hear too much about it. What about you?
I mean, I'm always aware of it, man.
Oh, yeah.
I don't listen to, I don't watch, regular news, though. So
yeah, you told me that.
It's just not my thing. I don't care what they talk about. It really doesn't matter to me. Kind of make up my own news as I go.
For sure, man.
Yeah.
But, Black History Month is one of those things, man, where, a lot of us feels like, it's the shortest month, and...
that's the running joke, though.
Yeah, it's the running joke that they give us the shortest month, and also just the fact that no other race has their own month. There's no Italian history month. There's no Chinese history month. There's no Indian or whatever certain tribes, things of that nature, history month. And it's like and it's kind of like they just gave us this so they wouldn't have to give us the 40 acres and a mule. And it's kind of like at this point we still want the acres, but just give us a Cadillac or something with some rims on it, and we'll take that for sure.
Not much use for a mule these days. Right?
not much use for a mule these days.
I hear that.
Man.
No, actually, though, the one thing, if there's something I kind of picked up on social media is the notion that, for black people, you're black 12 months of the year, so let's not get carried away in February.
Exactly.
Nah, I get that. No, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. But at the same time, it's always good to reflect and understand that to go over the little bit of history that we do have. Of course, there's not a lot of extensive history that we have to reflect on and things of that nature. But
there is a great history, but it's undertaught.
It's undertaught,
and
exactly.
So if you're gonna look at Black History Month for anything, what you hope it gets to is in education in the schools, that the teachers and the faculty, that they actually take this time to introduce elements of Black history that are not properly taught, not highlighted as they should be during this month.
Exactly.
And if that's done at the schools, then that's something positive that's happening for sure.
For sure. Because even myself, no matter where I go in the world, and I haven't been that many places, but I make it known that I am from Eatonville, Florida, the first incorporated black town in America. I'm at, when I moved to Atlanta, all of those, whoever I come across, that's what I'm saying. I'm in Puerto Rico, and the women didn't even speak English. They're just telling me, $50, and I say, hey, I'm from Eatonville, Florida, 1887, the first incorporated black town in America.
It's only $20 in Eatonville.
Give me a break, man. Give me a discount, man.
Give me the Eatonville discount.
You know what I mean? So no matter where I go, I definitely display that.
Well, I mean, that kind of goes with the whole notion of Black History Month. When you bring that up to people, not just the prostitutes, but the other people too, what's the reaction? Is it one that like, oh, I didn't know that, or what have you?
No, yeah, a lot of them would try to challenge me on it. Like, there's no way. I've never heard of that.
Challenge it because they don't know. They're not challenging saying you're full of crap.
Both.
Okay.
Both.
There's another city that was first.
Yeah, both for sure.
Okay.
But it's always a good teaching moment because I do want that known. I do want that out there.
Yeah.
But I say that to say I want the people to comment as much as they can because I want to know if you have any cool Black history inside of your family or even that you know about. Even if you're watching this video, it may be July, August. We still want to know, because of course we are on YouTube, Spotify, Google Podcasts, however you are consuming this. We do want to know, because it needs to be talked about and
share the history because it's not always been given the proper light in schools and other formal channels. There's so many things that I've just learned in talking to people and following social media that I had no idea
exactly
about.
That's the point. Exactly.
And when I do engage in conversation with people, I try to bring things up as they arise. I mean, to me, the Tulsa massacre is one that stands out.
Yeah, man.
I probably learned that about 3 years ago, and you had no idea.
Exactly.
And it's such an enormous event in history and speaks so loudly to the issues of race that are in this country. And to not know that at all, never have any idea for 40 plus years that had happened.
Exactly, man. And I mean, right now I'm wearing the Black Wall Street shirt, of course. It came right on time. It just came in the mail yesterday. I wanted to wear that on the show.
I'm wearing the On the Bench with Bubba
and you're wearing the
shirt.
On the Bench with Bubba and Pink shirt.
Hit us up if you want one. We'll find a way to get you one.
Exactly, man. Exactly. So
I've already had a couple inquiries for the record.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
They can't have the same color we have.
Nah.
They got to pick their own unique color, man.
Orange is like the green jersey in football, no touching. Don't hit the quarterback. I got on the orange jersey.
Exactly, man. Exactly.
That's funny.
To tie it, is there any a sports Black history? They used to do those things, man, where like every day they would come out with some, unique sports Black history, fact or anything.
I mean, you got the Jackie Robinson thing.
Of course.
The one that always stands out to me, and it almost goes back to the days of Black Wall Street in Tulsa, was Jack Johnson became the heavyweight champion of the world in the early part of the 20th century. And, he was a controversial guy, great fighter, eventually was arrested and on charges and all that. But the thing is once he lost the title, they literally didn't let another black fighter fight for the title until Joe Louis many years later.
Right.
And it's that's that kind of craziness that I think just speaks volumes to how basically like insecure and vindictive white people can be on issues of race.
Yeah, man. For sure. That's for sure. But playing any sport back then had to be crazy. I mean, there's a lot of pressure on these guys now just from a, social impact and things of that nature. But just back then to be in the midst of that and having to play on top of the pressure and things of that nature had to be crazy. I mean, some of those guys say they would have there's a story about even in high school where Chocolate Thunder and those guys back in the day, Daryl Dawkins.
Evans High School.
High School, right. They would play a school and, banana peels would be thrown at him on the floor,
Yeah.
And that's crazy. And I mean, he would still drop 50 points and dunk on
Well, I mean, it's a hot contemporary story right now. You're not the soccer guy. I am, but in the English Premier League, the highest league in England, there is over the last several weeks there have been like social media racial attacks on players for premier teams. There's a player with Man United, Anthony Martial. He's actually a Frenchman. He's black. Another guy, Alex Tanzabi. He's English. Both black. They've gotten racist messages on social media.
Wow.
After bad performances like this week. Like Martial played today. He played this morning and got racial messages by lunch.
That's crazy.
And it's that's exactly where it is with that, and it's ridiculous. That's the case. But again, you go back in time and so many things like with even traveling back in those days, like wouldn't be able to stay in a hotel with the rest of the team, and a lot of these absurdities that are part of American sports history, and that somebody, some black athlete along the way had to endure that to make it just a little bit easier for the next guy to come along and endure slightly less.
Exactly, man. Exactly. Well, once again, you are on the bench with Bubba and Pink. If you have any cool family black history of note, or just history that you want to share, period, man, make sure you comment, like, share this thing for sure. We are, again, on YouTube, Spotify, and Google Podcasts.